So on this part of the debate, we are going to also open up to some phone calls. I'm going to start flashing that number on your screen. And the question which we are asking here is simply this. A party goes national, a party says we have national ambitions. When you have national ambitions, should you also be very, very lucid and clear about your position on national issues? Or can any party in India remain a one-issue party? Can you remain a one-issue party, that issue being corruption? Joining us tonight, we have several participants here because the controversy of the moment, of course, is Prashant Bhushan's comment where he says you need a referendum on the powers of the army in Kashmir. Vinod Mehta, who is an avowed supporter of the Aam Aadmi Party, General D Bakshi, thank you very much for joining us. Well-known defense analyst Subramanian Swamy stays on in the debate. Thank you very much. Senior leader of the BJP, and joining us as well in the studios is Dr. Mehboob Beg of the National Conference, Dr. Sameer Kaul of the PDP. So we have two Kashmir parties also represented on the subject. Phone calls are going to start opening up on your screen right now. We are told Aam Aadmi Party representative will be joining us in some time. Sanjay Jha of the Congress should also be joining us in some time. Let's begin. So my first question here is to the Kashmir parties. You've heard Prashant Bhushan's comment about a referendum on Kashmir, on the powers in Kashmir, on the powers of the army. Your view. You're the ruling party in Kashmir.
That's right. No, so far as referendum is concerned, I don't know what to say on this. You can't have referendum on everything. You can't have, like they had a referendum very recently saying whether we should form a government or not. Yeah. So I don't know, it's in fashion to have referendums. But
why do you think he's saying it?
No, I don't know. It's for him to say that.
You think it's anti-national to talk like that?
No, you can't have referendum. Yes,
no, can you have a referendum on the powers of the army? Is it anti-national?
Referendum in J&K context, he must know. What does it mean? It has very serious consequences. But having said that, he has raised two important issues. There is no doubt about it. Because army, all of us know, army was needed in 1990 when there was...
No, referendum on army, sir. Let's be very... Referendum on army's powers. Is this acceptable to you?
No, there is no question of referendum.
Not acceptable. Sameer Kaul, Dr. Sameer Kaul.
On one hand, I take serious objection to Jammu and Kashmir becoming an object of debate every time the two major political parties and an angry neighbor wants to confront each other and want to hit each other.
No, 1 second.
That's the only good bit, that the first time someone is saying that ask the Kashmiris.
You support
Ask the people of Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh.
Oh, you support.
Why wouldn't they want to be asked? They are one of the parties, and how long can you keep denying them the right to be party on the table to discuss how they're going to live their lives?
1 second. We have a first counter. Let's get everyone on the screen who's participating in this debate. First of all, I think that that came from Vinod Mehta raised his hand. I think that was D Bakshi also. Yes, D Bakshi.
Yes.
You wanted to come in?
Yes. Certainly.
Yes, go ahead.
You know, Mr. Prashant Bhushan is an astute and pedigreed lawyer. And I don't think it was an off-the-cuff remark. What has seriously worried the veteran and the security community, Arnab, is the timing of this call for a referendum.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, let me explain. The United States troops are withdrawing from Afghanistan. Pakistan is preparing for endgame. There are reports that they have raised 20 Mujahid battalions to intervene in Kabul, and thereafter, all the Taliban, the Lashkar, the Al-Qaeda elements are going to be sent into Jammu and Kashmir, the out-of-job cadres. The intelligence agencies are expecting a steep rise in the threat. This year, the last year, 2013, you saw 200 ceasefire violations and a spurt in infiltration, and that was just a trailer. This demand for taking away the army prior to when we are anticipating a spurt in the infiltration is tantamount to opening the gates of the castle before an attack.
No, I personally believe that it is extremely irresponsible. You want to respond, but please accept one thing. No, one second, Dr. Sameer Kaul. Dr. Sameer Kaul, I don't pull my punches. I think it is highly irresponsible the Aam Aadmi Party at a time when there have been 108 deaths due to terror-related incidents in Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, if I may say so, I think it is highly irresponsible of you. However much you want to play. One sec. With 36 people belonging to the security forces have been killed out of the 103. There have been 22 incidents separately, big incidents of terror-related violence in Jammu and Kashmir. And I think you should also rise beyond petty partisan politics for a moment.
I'm not denying.
No, even if you want to just be one up on the national conference.
Not at all. I'm not here. We are here together, and I'm sure we have the same heart, which breathes the same way. What I want to tell General Bakshi is that there is an external dimension, which is the guarding of the frontiers against the horrors that he just outlined beyond the Himalayas. I appreciate them, and I'm thankful for him for guarding me from those horrors. But there is a time when the militarism must start and political dialogue must start.
What do you mean political dialogue?
Politics must step in.
I think it's a very shallow argument, Dr. Sameer Kaul. Again, I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this to you. I don't want to say this to you when you're sitting next to me, but I'll say this. I think that's a very shallow argument that you use here because you realize
your point of view.
That's my point of view.
Of course, you're welcome.
Certainly, of course, I think that populism should not be extended to matters of national security. I think populism should not be extended to matters of national security. D Bakshi puts his hand up. Should we open up the debate? Should we take questions? On the bottom of your screen, there are questions, important national issues, and issues on which the Aam Aadmi Party either takes a controversial position or does not take a position. And yes, we have the Aam Aadmi Party. Rahul Mehra is representing the party tonight. We see a hand go up there. D Bakshi is responding to Sameer Kaul. Go ahead. Yes, gentlemen. Vinod Mehta, we're going to come in. He's Vinod Mehta. Yes, D Bakshi first.
Arnab, I'd like to state in all humility that the call for the withdrawal of the army from the depth areas is ill-considered. Please bear in mind that the entire winter stocking effort for Ladakh and Leh, thousands upon thousands of trucks, our Leave parties have to go through Jammu and through Srinagar. Please recall that last year our convoy was ambushed in Srinagar because a number of the checkposts had been removed and a free run had been given to these elements to come into play. Please don't forget that we have the airfield.
People are with you.
We have the airfield there. We have to secure that airfield. 3 kilometers on either side has to be done.
Nothing is going to happen.
If the infiltration is taking place on the border, they're all heading for the valley.
1 second. They're all heading for the valley. No. 1 second. Dr. Sameer Kaul, this is first of all, Dr. Sameer Kaul, this is not a national conference rally where unthought, strategically irrelevant arguments will be made. Because I will sorry, PDP rally. I'm just asking you this, that when the army, brave jawans of the army, on the 25th of September,
they are my jawans also.
Yes, they were India's jawans. When they killed 12 terrorists in an operation in the Keran sector of Kupwara district, would you come around and say to those jawans, you need not have been there?
No.
If the people had been with you, then those terrorists would have been killed anyway. I mean, this is not a fairy tale.
I'm saying if the people of Jammu and Kashmir are with you, you don't need all this.
Dr. Swamy and Vinod Mehta. Dr. Swamy first, before I go to the Aam Aadmi Party. Rahul Mehra, welcome.
Thank you.
Dr. Swamy, we've seen this position. I don't know where you stand on this one.
Well, why should you have any doubts? The question is that Kashmir is an integral part of India. Every inch of Kashmir, including that under illegal occupation by Pakistan, is a part of India. We have to recover it all. And as long as there are people in the Kashmir who don't believe in the Indian constitution, want all kinds of provisions which are not within the constitution. Referendum is not a part of the constitution.
We are reiterating it. Why do we need to reiterate it time and again? Is this in question?
Well, of course, it is being questioned in Kashmir.
Why do we need to reiterate
and that is why the army has to be there to ensure that to the last person this question is not raised again. Kashmir has to be accepted like every other state in India as an integral part of India.
You can't have Kashmir with the army. Well, you have it with your hearts and souls.
I think has Prashant Bhushan landed the Aam Aadmi Party in a soup? Vinod Mehta, before I come to the Aam Aadmi Party representative himself, I'd like to get your views because you support the Aam Aadmi Party in everything. But on national issues, They just seem so confused. So terribly confused, Vinod Mehta. Don't they?
Hello, Arnab, is that for me?
Yes, for you.
Okay.
And only for you.
Okay, Arnab, can I just say I entirely agree with you that there are many, many issues on which the Aam Aadmi Party has not given any thought or sufficient thought. Now, on the specific issue that you have mentioned, this has been Prashant Bhushan's traditional position, and he said this many, many times. So, therefore, I am a little alarmed that there are so many voices in the Aam Aadmi Party, there are so many issues like whether India should talk to Pakistan, etc., that this national kind of ambition of the Aam Aadmi Party worries me, because they need to consolidate whatever they are doing here. And there is only, seems to be one sober, sane, binding voice in the Aam Aadmi Party, and that is Arvind Kejriwal. He scotched the Prashant Bhushan thing almost immediately. So how many directions are you going to?
No, he hasn't.
Are you going to make him?
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. I'm sorry. I don't think Arvind Kejriwal has been clear at all.
No, he has given a statement just now
he's
saying
been thoroughly populist.
that is not the position of the party. Prashant Bhushan's.
No. Arvind Kejriwal, no, he is not. Arvind Kejriwal always does a seesaw. Even Rahul Mehra will accept that Arvind Kejriwal does a seesaw. He says,
on the question
an integral part of India, but we must accept the sentiments of the local people. Even on reservations, they don't have a position. Manish Sisodia says one thing, Yogendra Yadav says another thing. Rahul Mehra knows this. On Khap Panchayats, an issue on which people like Rahul Mehra have come, fulminated, and express their frustration on national television. It must be frustrating tonight for Rahul Mehra to realize that when his own leader is asked a question on Khap Panchayats, he dodges it.
But isn't
like, one second.
A bit unfair?
Like all political, why are you coming to their defense?
How many political parties have said one thing and their leaders have distanced themselves?
But is it not
natural?
No, but I'm asking.
In a democracy, we are supposed to have the right to voice our views.
Well, and you also
it doesn't change anything at all.
You also have the right not to voice your views. I thought Arvind Kejriwal would voice his views on Khap Panchayats, and he would say that all those people who impose Taliban-style morality must be locked up and put in jail. Well, what did he say, Rahul Mehra? He said, you go ask Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi first. And many people think this is because the Aam Aadmi Party is getting very ambitious in Haryana. When you take a position in Haryana against Khap Panchayats, you might end up losing a lot of support. So Rahul Mehra, how different are you, and would you like to debate all the contradictions on all these separate subjects?
Absolutely.
Within your own party?
See, Arnab, one thing is very clear, that you are trying your very best to put all the flowery words that you're using into my mouth. So I will not fall in your trap. I'm sorry, these are your opinions. These are
all words of the AAP leaders.
I'm sorry, these are not the words of the AAP leaders. I saw what Arvind said, and Arvind completely was unambiguous in his response. He has said that Kashmir has been, continues to be, and shall always be an integral part of India. There is absolutely no question of any kind of a referendum as far as, regarding the army or any armed forces to be there. I don't think you can get any further unequivocal statement
No,
from
I don't
a leader.
think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so. He also says we must respect the sentiments of the people.
Obviously you should, but at the end of the day...
the sentiments of the people.
What is wrong about
but national security is not decided on the basis of populism. National security is not decided on the basis of populism.
Let me clarify.
National security... I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm extremely sorry. National security...
They are our own people. We are handling our own people.
National security is not decided.
They are not infiltrated. They are not foreigners. They are our own people.
National security.
Kashmiris are our own people.
Yes, and your own people are being killed by people sent across the border, Mehboob Beg.
No,
coming the Lashkar-e Toiba. We fought them for God's sake. We fought them for God's sake. Our own people are different. What about the Lashkar-e Toiba people?
GD Bakshi.
You know, this is very, very convenient that they are all on our people. We were sent there because 60% of the people
Listen to it.
were foreigners.
Punjabi Muslims and Pathans who have nothing to do with Jammu and Kashmir, and they were the worst fighters. They inflicted the worst kind of atrocities on the Kashmiri people. We've lost 10,000 men there. I would have the Aam Aadmi Party know, and I would like to hear your views. What are your views on the debate? Why were 10,000 of our people killed? If we just want to give it away in a referendum?
I think what we need to do, GD Bakshi, 1 second. What we need to do and what we will do is that we will draw this debate into specifics, if it is agreed. We'll go into absolute specifics. And since Rahul Mehra has said, I don't know, since Rahul Mehra said I'm trying to put words in his mouth, what I'll do is, when I come out, I'll remind Rahul Mehra of some of the things Aam Aadmi Party leaders have said. And if Rahul Mehra can prove they have not said that, then I will concede defeat. Otherwise, Rahul Mehra will have to explain how many points of view can exist within one party in the name of inner party democracy. Rahul Mehra, your turn is on the other side of a short break. I know you want to reply, but you'll have to wait just the other side of a short break.
Sure.
Welcome back to the debate. We are opening up to questions at this stage. Rahul Mehra is with us of the Aam Aadmi Party. His turn to take questions next. Siddharth Nath Singh of the BJP, welcome. Rahul Mehra, just one question, few specific questions. Yogendra Yadav says that the Aam Aadmi Party will work for more reservation for disadvantaged groups and they will increase caste-based reservations. Manish Sisodia says that this kind of process of caste-based reservations is bad and should end. Now, and that political parties should stop, in fact, he says, acting as pressure groups on behalf of one caste or the another. Two completely diametrically different points of view on a very critical national subject. Who should we believe?
None of them. You should believe when we come out with a manifesto, and the manifesto is going to talk about what the party stand is, what the party thinks about on these issues. All of these issues are being debated, and they're being debated with 33 committees that we have on different subjects. And these can be, you know, we all are people with our own minds. We all might have our own personal opinions. But our party position is going to be a position.
So are we to no? And are we to say that there is? Are we to say that? One second, you can say we can take more. So what was being said in December 2012 by Manish Sisodia or on January 6th by Yogendra Yadav is not to be believed?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying they have their own viewpoint. Those viewpoints are going to be put before the committees. The committees are there, and these are senior members who are also part of those committees. But there is a democratic process which is on. And once the democratic process expresses itself,
on reservations,
those positions will be clear before you, and they will be placed before you. And the nation.
You know, this Aam Aadmi Party fielded Commando Surinder Singh, who fought Pakistan terrorists in 26/11. I want to know, what is your position on Pakistan? Are you for the Manmohan Singh approach, you keep talks going on despite incidents of terror, or are you of the view that closer to the BJP, that terror and talks don't coexist?
Arnab, again, I will remind you that, refer to our press conference. In the press conference,
no, what is your position?
There is no position as of today. We have just 2 days back expressed.
How can there be no position?
I am telling you.
No position.
The position is that we are deliberating on these very serious issues. These are serious national issues.
I'm sorry. But I find in your website, either you believe your only position is that of populism. Because you have no position, then I think you should take off, all the things which you say there about Surinder Singh. You say he's India's pride, he served the Indian Army, he did this in Kargil, Operation Black Thunder, 26/11 attacks, etc., etc. And, if he's an active member of the party, then I assume that your position would be the kind of position that does not allow, it does not accept any form of terror and talks going together. But today you tell me you have no position.
Yes, because the positions are being discussed. The positions are evolving. I'm not going to take a position because I happen to be in a studio where Arnab Goswami wants us to take a position. I'm sorry, that's not the way.
Not Arnab Goswami, Rahul Mehra. I'll open the phone lines now and you can ask all the people here.
The issue is simple.
I'm asking a question
anybody who has a divergent view.
No, it's not Arnab Goswami.
Anybody who has a divergent
not
on your show
Goswami.
or does not answer to your questions should not be taken personally by you as if it's a battle between you and the person you have invited on your show. It is not. You know, you have asked me a question. You might like my answer. You might not like my answer. Does not mean that you.
No, it's not like on. I feel
this is our stated position, Arnab, and you should respect that.
No, Rahul Mehra, may I please? I feel no position on an issue of Pakistan, no position on an issue of reservations is a rather strange position.
It is not, because we have only expressed our desire to be national 2 days back. And you need to give us our time. You need to give us our time to evolve, to develop these positions and place it before the nation. We are not running anywhere, but we will
Rahul Mehra, you can evolve, but you must have...
So you can't set the deadline for us.
So I understand.
Sorry, you can't.
Rahul, can I please tell you something as an old soldier with white hair who's fought many wars? When we saw you boys waving the national flag, we were thrilled. We thought, here are people who have their heart in the right place. But then when we started getting more of the same ASPA, the same human rights abuses, the same, demonizing of the army, delegitimizing of its operations, for God's sake, give us a break. We have lost 10,000 men defending that state. And now we are told that if with a referendum held on the SMSs, you are going to give it away.
Siddharth Nath Singh.
Misinterpreted. It's misconstrued.
Siddharth Nath Singh.
We have never said that a referendum should be there. I'm sorry, this is not my party's stated position. Arvind has said there cannot be a referendum as far as it is the centre and the state's call.
Prashant Bhushan.
As far as infiltration is concerned, external defense is concerned.
First of all,
in the hands of, it cannot be decided by
one minute. Rahul
is a real, how many political parties have given a ticket, even for an MLA, to a brave
you must watch it. 1 second, Siddharth, and then callers.
Who have recognized our armed forces and its people and given them a ticket and given them a voice.
Vinod Mehta also said this before. He said, and he says, why are you getting so concerned? Prashant Bhushan's position for the longest time. Well, Prashant Bhushan wasn't a leader of a party with national ambitions, flying from Chennai to Thiruvananthapuram, stitching up alliances and saying that we are going to get over 100 seats in the Lok Sabha. Simple. You're not running an NGO anymore, you're running a political party, and don't be surprised if I ask those questions out there. Okay, one sec, Siddharth Nath Singh, before our first callers, I can tell you,
Arnab.
Callers, okay, Siddharth Nath Singh.
Arnab, all what I am hearing now on your channel, that they have no ideology, they have not formulated any positions on the national issues, and they are just going to work for camera, governance through camera, and all sorts of populism they will throw. But that is not what the India wants, and certainly the India is looking at some governance. When you talk about contesting 100 seats or more, I'm sure you have to think larger than Delhi and say, these are my positions on certain things which are of national interest. But with this kind of populism, and then coming on a national channel and say that we will not take a position because Mr. Arnab Goswami is asking, I think it is a farce, and it disheartens when you think about what Mr. Bhushan had said. Bhushan says he's not an activist. We all must understand he's not an activist. He is a senior leader of a newly born party, and they have decided to contest over 300 seats. And at the same time, they are referring to referendum of removal of army without realizing, or they have realized, that there is a movement in Taliban, in Afghanistan, where NATO is gone, the Americans have gone. There will be a lot of jihadis. Pakistan will pump all of them into India, and that is where Jammu a seriousness has to be taken.
Does referendum mean massacre?
What?
Does referendum translate into the word massacre?
I think
referendum is the first step of democracy.
No.
What's wrong with the referendum?
A referendum on the army.
Oh my God. You can ask the army also. He never said don't ask the army. He said but also
Now
ask the people of Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh.
Rahul Mehra.
That's all he said.
Please understand.
And all hell is broken.
National security and defense. National security and defense doesn't belong to a state. It is a center subject.
The relationship of Kashmir
we know what
with
the people
India
of
or
Ladakh want.
Pakistan.
We know what the people of Jammu want. And we are quite who is.
I haven't finished my line of questioning. One second, gentlemen. I haven't finished my line of questioning with the Aam Aadmi Party. And I'm not putting any words in this part. As Rahul Mehra said at 9:55 as I went into the break, he says, you're putting words in my mouth. I'm not putting any words. I am quoting his leaders for him. Our first caller from Sagar is Sagar from Bangalore. Sagar, sorry to keep you waiting. Go ahead.
No problem. Firstly, I have something to say to our Kashmiri panelists who are on board. See, I'll tell you my opinion as to why we don't want to hear to what Kashmiris have to say. That's because of very simple reason, like politicians like you and separatists have already corrupted their minds. If they were to be shown real India, they would have loved India. One. Second thing, I want to speak to the Aam Aadmi Party representative, Mr. Rahul, and tell him that Indian youth has a hope in the form of any political government who wants to bring in change and not populism. And if you have done so much of groundwork for Delhi and you have hardly done any groundwork on a national scenario, you don't have a stand. So how can someone trust you? First, please go back to the drawing board. Get your facts right. Get your positions right. Have a stand and stay by it.
Okay, he'll respond to you now, Sagar. Sagar is a marketing manager from Bangalore. Sagar, thank you for your call. Stay on the line. Listen to Rahul Mehra responding to you. Rahul Mehra's turn to respond. We'll keep it fast. Rahul Mehra.
Arnab, I couldn't agree more with Sagar. Sagar is absolutely right in what he's saying. I think the people of India have a lot of hope and aspirations from a party like ours, which is just an instrument to express the views and the aspirations of the people of India. Take it from me, I give my word.
So what is your position
Take it from me, I give my word on your channel that we shall not disappoint the people of India on any issue, be it Kashmir to Kanyakumari. And as far as the only thing that I'm expecting from you, Arnab, and from Sagar and every Indian is that please give us our time. We are actually on the drawing board. We have 33 committees which are deliberating on very serious issues. And we shall come before the people of India.
You see, we are just trying to make sure. We are just trying to make sure.
Much before the election.
There has to be, one second. There is nothing called. No, there's nothing called. No, there is nothing called. There is nothing called, ideological, complete ideological homogeneity. All that I am saying is that you can't be a mix of right and left. Left and right, black and white, completely grey about issues. I mean, you can't even tell me tonight, I'm sure you can't tell me, I can challenge you. You can't tell me tonight what your position is on nuclear power. I'm concerned.
Arnab,
because Prashant Bhushan says we hate nuclear power.
Arnab, again,
Prashant Bhushan says close the Kudankulam nuclear power project.
Arnab,
right?
Arnab, again.
Now, I can also ask you, what do you want us to do? Will you tell tomorrow that we should dismantle our nuclear arms while we are standing on the borders with a nuclear armed, irresponsible Pakistan? I mean, you could say that tomorrow, and then also, if he were to say that, will you say that also is Prashant Bhushan's individual opinion? You see, this is not an NGO, it's a political party.
You're throwing the baby out of the bath water. That's what you're doing.
No, I'm not.
Throwing this baby out of the bath water.
No, I'm not.
It's a young party.
No,
their
I'm
opinions
sorry.
have to evolve. They have to crystallize, and that's when they'll come up. And you all seem to be in cahoots to bring them down.
Why is the PDP coming to the defense of the Aam Aadmi Party, flying electoral tire?
We would do it for anybody because that's what is fair.
Okay, one second. We have a few more callers on the program. Rajendra is calling from Delhi and Vinod Mehta is looking increasingly concerned out there. Rajendra, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Arnab, this is Rajendra Kachru. I'm also from Kashmir. And I'm really gutted to listen to what he is saying and completely taken aback by what Rahul is saying. If Rahul says that his senior leaders should not be taken what they have said, then what business he had to talk the way he has talked? Why should Prashant Bhushan talk? Does he not understand Aam Aadmi? The Aam Aadmi is interested in a unified India. He says, give Kashmir. if there is a referendum. I mean, I agree with General Bakshi when he says thousands of soldiers have died in protecting the people there, and Mr. Sameer says the army has killed people. What a disgusting statement by this man, who is from Kashmir and he does not understand what he is talking. I say this is a dark spot here. The man is talking like that.
Rajinder, Sameer has listened to you.
It's disgusting.
No, don't get personal. Rajinder, you made strong views. Rajinder is a businessman. Rajinder Kachru, and he's calling from Delhi. You hear the sentiments of people out there. Don't politicize national security.
No, of course I can. But all I'm saying is, you have to be fair. Why did Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru decide that the people of Kashmir will love the people of India, and the people of India will love the people of Kashmir, and there will be no question of a referendum? That's why he left it open. Unfortunately,
I'm sorry.
No, let me now talk. You now don't obstruct me.
No, you got it. You got it so wrong.
You have to.
You got it so wrong. No, when you make the truth is that Jawaharlal Nehru, while addressing the Lok Sabha in 1963, said that the gradual.
Not two opinions in the Congress.
He also said that the gradual erosion of the controversial Article 370 must continue. Do you stand by what Jawaharlal Nehru said on that? So Sameer Kaul, don't do selective quoting here on the news.
All I'm saying is that love is bilateral.
No, don't. Now you're
unilateral. There is nothing called unilateral love.
Vinod Mehta.
And that's when it happens. You have to join with hearts and minds.
Vinod Mehta, completely indulgent to the Aam Aadmi Party.
Militarily.
The Aam Aadmi
referendum, my God, is it an anthema? Is it something that you can't even speak?
No, because
are you going to
plebiscite is Pakistan's view.
All right.
We do not want an Indian mouthing a Pakistani view on an Indian channel. We don't want a bloody plebiscite. That time is over. Pakistan has it vacated. Pakistan occupied Kashmir,
General Bakshi should
which was supposed to be vacated by Pakistan before a referendum or anything could be held. We've had election after election.
Please,
gentlemen, calm down. Calm down,
gentlemen. Let him calm down.
It's not a Pakistani view. It's a more evolved Indian view.
We are living in a democratic country. We are debating.
I just want to make sure.
This is not a battlefield.
1 minute. I just want to make sure that, Vinod Mehta, the concern is that this is a form of, a new form of populism which can get very dangerous.
I agree.
You'll say the popular thing, whatever is popular everywhere, and this is the populism which is responsible for Arvind Kejriwal not even making a comment on Khap Panchayats today. I mean, I'm sure you are a progressive man. You would have expected Arvind Kejriwal to come out and take a clear stance on it today.
Arnab, that's why.
Why should it be popular?
Well, of course.
The basic moot question is, why is something like that popular?
Arnab, as somebody who hasn't sold my independence and integrity, can I just say that I entirely agree with you that there are many issues on which the Aam Aadmi Party has no view, and there are many issues on which there are hundreds of contradictions, people talking in different voices. That is why my advice to the Aam Aadmi Party would be to take a deep breath, to cool down, to stop these illusions of national becoming, Arvind Kejriwal becoming Prime Minister, Arvind Kejriwal campaigning for 300 seats, to sit down, talk amongst themselves, agree on certain positions, agree on certain spokesmen, but at the moment it seems to be a free-for-all, and this doesn't seem to be a good sign. I say this as a friend of the party.
Yeah, you, Rahul Mehra. My next question to Rahul Mehra is this, that your party wants to make inroads into Haryana. And I am sure that there's nobody better than Arvind Kejriwal to know what a terrible thing these Khap Panchayats are. And Arvind Kejriwal knows that the Supreme Court calls them kangaroo courts, right? They continue to exist. Why do you think Arvind Kejriwal ran away from a comment on Khap Panchayats today?
Arnab, first of all, damn if you do, damn if you don't. So if we have a position, you have a problem with that. When we don't respond to you, you have a bigger problem with that.
No, you do. What is your position on Khap Panchayats?
As I've told you, as far as Khap Panchayat is concerned,
no, what is your position on
Khap Panchayat is concerned, or any other issue is concerned, I've told you we are deliberating on issues. But I can give you my personal view.
Deliberating
I can
on Khap
give you my
Panchayats.
personal view.
What is that
I
to
can give you
deliberate?
my personal view that there can, as far as I am concerned,
you are
a Khap
deliberating.
Panchayat is a non-debatable issue. A Khap Panchayat is
No, what do you mean by personal
A Khap
view?
Panchayat, Supreme Court has already given its ruling.
Personal view, Siddharth Nath Singh.
Is extra,
Siddharth Nath
extra
Singh.
constitutional.
No,
and a
why?
Khap Panchayat,
No,
according to me, is illegal. So that's my personal view if you want.
Well,
but as a party, we haven't really sat down on the... we are really on the drawing board. But you don't like that answer. I can't satisfy Arnab Goswami on a show because that's a difficult task.
You don't have to satisfy me.
And in your court, you only hear and you give pronounced verdicts. You don't give anybody a chance to even, put a point which is contrarian view. You have your way or the highway.
Rahul,
and I'm sorry, I really can't argue with you.
Can I tell you one thing? Rahul Mehra, 1 second. Every single political party guest has made a comment about me today. I'm just telling you, it's a water off a duck's back. Why don't you understand? I am quoting what the Supreme Court has said about the recommendations of Senior Counsel Raju Ramachandran to ban Khap Panchayats. Raju Ramachandran was appointed amicus curiae by the Supreme Court. You're a Supreme Court lawyer, not me. He was asked to submit his report on the legality of Khap Panchayats. Right? There was a public interest litigation filed by an NGO. I mean, you want to deny facts?
I think you did not hear me, Arnab.
The Apex Court to declare Khap Panchayats is illegal. And the Apex Court of India called Khap Panchayats kangaroo courts. Why can't Arvind Kejriwal say, it's simple. When a Times Now reporter asked him the question, why doesn't Arvind Kejriwal say, you know what? Regardless of how many seats I lose in Haryana, I will always say that Khap Panchayats are kangaroo courts.
Arnab, this is a discourse.
Why doesn't he bear the political consequences of that comment?
Arnab, this is a one-sided discourse of yours on your channel where you are the ruler. And
this is the Supreme Court of India. What the Supreme Court of India said.
If he doesn't respond to you the way you want to listen the answers, you have a selective hearing. Kindly address this issue.
You have any doubts what answers people of India want to listen to him from?
And I'm sorry, I'm not going to
have any doubts?
I have already answered as a Supreme Court lawyer.
I'm sorry.
Call me.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
For me, it is illegal.
I'm very sorry with as far as the Khap Panchayats is concerned. Either you're for or against them.
You will not allow me to say.
You can't couch your arguments in a theoretical framework. Neither can you respond by attacking the anchor of a television show personally. Well, it is not. It is nobody's court. I'm asking whether the Khap Panchayats are a kangaroo court. I don't know. I'll open up the phone lines, public. What is there to deliberate? These people, what is there to deliberate? You deliberate? You deliberate on an extra constitutional court which kills young couples for marrying within the caste?
When you want Arvind to
what is there to deliberate?
Not. But when he has an issue
what is there to deliberate?
He surely shall.
So Rahul Mehra, what is there to deliberate on Khap Panchayat? Simple. Answer my question, Rahul. Answer my question, Rahul. Answer my question.
I have, but you have a selective
attack me. You know something? I'll ask a question here today. My question is this: that Rahul Mehra of the Aam Aadmi Party is attacking me personally for asking him a question on what his party's position is on Khap Panchayats. I am asking today, Rahul Mehra, 1 minute. I am asking you here today. You attack me as much as you want. Okay, call me names. But I am asking you, what is there to deliberate on Khap Panchayats? What is there to deliberate on Khap Panchayats, Mr. Rahul Mehra?
I have not deliberated. I have given you my stand. If you can't hear me,
you have not. What is your party? What is there to deliberate on Khap Panchayats?
Because I think I'm really speaking.
No, you haven't deliberated on Kashmir being a part of India.
What is there to deliberate on Khap Panchayats?
Please let the curtains open.
Okay. Anyway. Replying to that question on what is there to deliberate on Khap Panchayats will be the BJP, which, by the way, just before you take a very high moral ground on it, Siddharth Nath Singh, your party is world famous, the joke goes, for internal divisions. So, for different points of view within. So before I'll tell you why, you may want to respond on what you think of the Aam Aadmi Party deliberating on Khap Panchayats.
Again, putting words in my mouth.
Well, Arnab,
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Are you
here? Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Arnab, I think
I'm loud and clear. I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, okay. I'll continue. Arnab, in 2000, I'm very clear what I have to say. In 2010, the party spokesperson and senior leader Mr. Prakash Javadekar and others, they had taken a position. We must understand that the Khap is a traditional panchayat which exists in India in different forms or the other, where inter-caste marriage, gotra marriage, different religion marriage, they all keep going on. There is very difficult for any political party to make a judgment on it.
So
but
the
yes,
BJP
when it
supports
comes to
Khap
female
Panchayat,
side, when it comes... No, there is, these panchayats have a different role. I'm making a division. When these panchayats, they talk about female feticide or they talk about, honor killing and all, BJP's position has been very, very strong, and they have said these things are not welcome. And we are very happy that these days a lot of Khap panchayats, women have started coming out and they have started opposing it also. So you must understand that there are two different things, and we have made our stand very clear.
I think Khap panchayats have no legal basis. I think they function as kangaroo courts. I think they have done so much wrong in the past that somebody like you who believes in the rule of law and the constitution should say they are completely unconstitutional. And I'm absolutely shocked.
We believe in
I'm absolutely shocked that the Aam Aadmi Party says today, and the BJP, the Aam Aadmi Party says we are deliberating on Khap panchayats, and the BJP supports Khap panchayats because it is convenient to you politically.
But you choose
because you don't have the courage to ignore. You don't have the courage to question their legal sanctity. You don't have the courage to question their legal sanctity, Mr. Siddharth Nath Singh. You are no different.
You chose to not hear what I
said. Anything.
Why are you coming in the defense of the BJP? Why are you defending the BJP now on this?
Whether it comes from a
just because they have an ambiguous position on Khap panchayat.
No, I'm still saying things like honor killing, female feticide. These are stands which BJP has made it very clear we don't support.
We will take three more callers.
Exist in each and every.
Three more callers. 3 more callers and 10 more minutes of debate after a very short break on the news. I'm coming right back. Okay, we're just going to take a quick caller. We have 5-6 more debate minutes. By the way, I want to begin by saying that I wish the Aam Aadmi Party representative stayed on, but Rahul Mehra chose to leave the debate, and I wish he would have stayed because I hadn't finished my line of questioning with the Aam Aadmi Party yet. Mr. Writer is calling in from Mumbai. Mr. Writer, good evening. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Arnab, you kept me waiting for 25 long minutes. Hello.
I apologize, Mr. Writer. I sincerely apologize.
Arnab, it's nice meeting you and speaking with you. Arnab, I would like to speak to the Aam Aadmi Party.
Good to talk to you.
Aam Aadmi Party is doing
a wonderful job. So they left the show.
Hello, Arnab. Aam Aadmi Party is doing a wonderful job. But I would like to tell the Aam Aadmi Party, please do not interfere with the security of the country. They are too young for this. They are like nothing but trainee pilots. Being trainee pilots, they should not be given the control of the aircraft as a whole. Please ask the Aam Aadmi Party to keep away from the security of the country. Kashmir is a part of India and will always remain a part of India. Not even a straw of grass should go to Pakistan. Not even a tiny pebble of India to Pakistan.
Mr. Writer, first of all, thank you for your passionate intervention. Thank you for your loyal viewership. And I really apologize for keeping you on hold for 25 minutes. That C.R. Writer is a sales manager from Mumbai. Thank you. And we have a caller from Assam right now. And that's Utpal from Assam. Utpal, good evening.
Good evening, Arnab. Big fan of yours.
Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, Arnab. See, first of all, I would like to say that the birth of Aam Aadmi Party itself is very unfortunate for our country. It seems that they are just big on making promises. They would just go ahead and make the promises without thinking what would be the consequences. They would make statements wherein, it seems that they have learned everything, every trick of politics. Now, what has happened, I'll just take you back, just offline, is that they have made a promise in Delhi regarding electricity bill. They will reduce it by 50%. But during that promise, what was meant is that they'll first go through the audit of the companies and after that they will reduce. Now, what they have done without even going into the audits and all, they have just slashed the prices. Where those money and everything is going to come from? Now, they don't think about what the hell they are talking about, and they are playing with the sentiments of this citizens of India. So they are not supposed to do that. And not only the Kashmiris, it's not who are the Kashmiris to take the decision about the Kashmir. It's the Kashmir is an integral part of India, and every citizen of India has a say about it. We cannot just say that we will just go ahead and ask the people of Kashmir or something like that.
Well, I just, just before I wrap up, two quick points. So first of all, I want to get the Siddharth Nath Singh's view. Siddharth, differences are there within your party also. I mean, as I said, that you are experts in internal differences. So, first of all, I am a little surprised at your indignant outrage at the differences within the, the Aam Aadmi Party. I know that you will not even challenge me on it, given your position as a party with such strong internal differences. So, should you be just using these differences within? I have a right to question, but I find it strange when you question the Aam Aadmi Party's differences within, You don't even have a point of view on the abolition of national income tax. Nitin Gadkari wants the abolition of national income tax. Yashwant Sinha says we will go back to the Vedic days if we abolish income, sales and excise tax. You can't even agree on Justice Ganguly. Subramanian Swamy has one point of view. Sushma Swaraj has another point of view. Arun Jaitley has another point of view.
Arnab there.
No.
Well,
yeah. I can go on and on, that's all.
The position taken by Sushma Swaraj and Arun Jaitley was the official line, and we took that line. As far as internal differences, I don't think you can be, highlighting that we have so many internal differences, but, well, you have the right to say so, and you can speculate on that, and we will not get into a fight.
No, I have just given you a couple of examples.
But the real issue is that I said I'm not getting into a fight with you or a debate on it, because you have the right to say it and I speculate. But what I'm trying to make a point, why we raised it on the referendum issue of Prashant Bhushan. Prashant Bhushan is a very, very sensitive thing. Now, they are a party and they are not activists. They have a chief minister in one of the states in India. Now, once you are part of the constitution, you have sworn on the constitution, you must start respecting what the parliament resolution has been on Kashmir issue. And when you talk about removal, whichever way you may be talking it through a referendum, which is very disappointing, but when you talk about removal of army, I think you need to look at a larger picture, what's happening by cross-border terrorism, what is happening in Afghanistan, how Pakistan is going to use those jihadis against India. All these things comes into it, and the basic fundamental thing, defense and security doesn't lie with the state or any other people. It is a center relationship. Center has to decide in consultation with MHA and the defense ministry. So I think these are the issues which Aam Aadmi Party must be talking about it.
Fine. Vinod Mehta, just finally, before I wrap up, and I'd like, quick views. Do you feel, there are some people who say that if the only reason the Aam Aadmi Party is being supported by the Congress Party is so that the BJP does not get a walkover.
Well, that's...
and therefore, there will be people who will say, don't go too deep into these fault lines of what their position is on national politics.
That's certainly the possibility of that, because if in a BJP-Congress fight, I think the BJP was going to have a very easy ride. And I think one reason for the BJP's ire at the Aam Aadmi Party is simply now, with the Aam Aadmi Party also in the general election, they have a real fight on their hand. But Arnab, one last question about these contradictions, etc. I hope that there will be people in the Aam Aadmi Party who will say, let 10 or 12 of the senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi sit around the table and thrash out on half a dozen or 12 issues, a common minimum program kind of thing. And I hope they do that, and it is in their own interest to do that, so that these hundreds of voices, contradictory voices, don't...
Yeah, you can't get away saying, that's exactly, you can't get away saying, can you, that these are individual views?
No, I'm not saying they're individuals, but I'm saying they need to get together.
Collective views.
On national issues, you have to have very clear categorical... But having said that, as I said in the beginning, there is no question of referendum, but two issues, important issues he has raised. We have army, we are proud of it, and they have to protect us against external aggression. That's their main job and the basic job. And in a democratic country, we can't govern a part of it through army or by laws like Armed Force Special Powers Act. These are very extraordinary situations, extraordinary
precisely
laws.
Precisely why you cannot decide these things by popular consensus.
No.
You can't do it.
You can't do that.
You can't do it. And that's where they. Well, I thank everyone. I thank Sameer Kaul, Mehboob Beg, Vinod Mehta. You know, I find it very interesting to. Vinod Mehta has been one of the staunchest supporters of the Aam Aadmi Party.
But I've been a critical
supporter. He says today.
Arnab, I'm a critical supporter.
Yes. I absolutely. Vinod Mehta, I have never accused you of giving up your independence streak. I would be surprised if you did. D Bakshi and Siddharth Nath Singh, I thank you very much. And my question before I go to all Newshour viewers tonight is, will Prashant Bhushan's position on the Kashmir referendum, on the army's presence, compromise the Aam Aadmi Party nationally? I'd like to hear from you. I thank you for your calls, for your viewership, for joining us on the Newshour debate. And I'll see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Thank you for watching. Good night and goodbye. Thank you.